Topping news tonight, the sentencing starts now for a 30-year-old man who prosecutors say built an elaborate scheme posing as a female attorney and collecting thousands of dollars from families desperate for legal help. Akimio McIntosh was arraigned on 42 counts, including fraud, forgery, and pretending to be counsel and attorney. Our newsroom was there as the court handed down its decision. Jolanda Thompson joins us live now in studio with the latest. Jolanda.
Well, Romiko, it was a scheme built on deception, disguise, and false promises of legal help that resulted in prison time for Akimio McIntosh. The 30-year-old stood before Chief Magistrate Charlton Smith today, facing 51 criminal counts, including fraud, forgery, money laundering, and pretending to be a female attorney. The court said that for months, families believed they were dealing with a legitimate attorney named Ms. Nakiria Roll of R&R Law. The voice on the other end of the phone sounded convincing. The documents looked official. The promises felt real, but prosecutors say it was all a lie. The person behind the name was McIntosh, a man who carefully crafted a female persona to convince victims he could handle their legal matters. Among those left devastated were Shadley Brown and her mother, Ida Brown, who together lost $10,076.78. Garth Ewing was defrauded of $3,500, while Margaret Dames lost $6,294, a total of almost $20,000. The scheme unraveled shortly after 9 o'clock p.m. on February 18th, where police officers attempted to take McIntosh into custody. He tried to flee, but he didn't get far. When officers caught him, they found him dressed in spandex tights, a bra, false eyelashes, and a stocking cap. His face was fully made up, his eyebrows carefully drawn. Inside his vehicle, police allegedly discovered a travel bag containing male clothing, along with heels, jewelry, nail polish, and 2 cell phones hidden in the trunk. He acknowledged the facts, but did not fully accept them, telling the court he must have played a role in the offenses. He asked for leniency, noting he had recently been diagnosed as a diabetic and the breadwinner for their family. He pleaded guilty to 51 counts, including forgery, possession of forged documents, fraud, money laundering, and pretending to be counsel and attorney. In sentencing, the magistrate said the guilty plea saved the court time and showed some level of remorse. But get this, prosecutors also revealing that this was not his first time assuming a false identity. The court heard that he had previously posed as a school principal for an institution that was never registered, a story ZNS Northern Service broke in 2024. Magistrate Smith says McIntosh's prior conviction for cruelty to children weighed heavily against him. Prosecutors say dressing as a female was the defendant's way of avoiding detection from previous charges. He was sentenced to 3 years in prison, with the sentences running concurrently. The 3 counts of pretending to be a counsel and attorney carry 6 months each, also running at the same time. The man who once convinced families he was their lawyer will now serve his sentence at the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services. Live in studio for the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Jolanda Thompson Everest. Back to you, Romiko.